Have you ever had 10 good things happen in one day and then one thing goes wrong? And what do you think about when you lie down that night? That one thing, the conversation that bothered you, the mistake you made, that unexpected bill, the person that irritated you. Meanwhile, all those moments from your day that were good seem to disappear into the background. There's a reason for that. Our brains tend to pay special attention to things that may be threatening, negative, or potentially important to our safety. And today, I want to talk about one simple thing that I intentionally do to bring some of the good back into focus: gratitude journaling. Hi, I'm Sivi, and welcome to Sivi Living with Vitality. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know that gratitude journaling has become part of my morning routine. I get my coffee, sit down, and take a few minutes to think about a few things that I'm grateful for. But today I want to go a little deeper into why I think this practice is so valuable. Because gratitude is not about pretending that everything in your life is wonderful. It's about making sure that the difficult things aren't the only things getting your attention. Why does the negative get so much attention? Think about this. Imagine you're having a wonderful day. Your coffee was perfect, you slept well, someone complimented you, you accomplished something that you've been putting off, you talked to someone that you love, and then someone says something rude to you, suddenly. That becomes the story of the day. Why? Human attention is very responsive to possible threats. That makes sense from a survival standpoint. If something could potentially hurt you, your brain has a good reason to pay attention to it. Researchers have studied what's called attentional bias toward threat, our tendency for threatening information to capture or hold our attention. But here's what I think becomes important in everyday life. Not everything holding our attention today is a life or death threat. Sometimes it's an unpleasant email. Sometimes it's something posted online, traffic, a disagreement, or one little thing that didn't go the way we wanted. And if we're not intentional, those moments can occupy an enormous amount of mental space. Part 2, gratitude doesn't erase the negative. This is something I really want to emphasize. Gratitude is not pretending. If you're having a difficult day, I'm not suggesting you write everything is wonderful. That's not what I'm talking about. You can't acknowledge that today was hard. And also say that something good happened today too. Those two things can exist at the same time. Maybe you're worried about something and your friend came to check on you. Maybe work was hard and you came home to a peaceful place. Maybe something didn't work out, but another opportunity appeared. Gratitude doesn't require you to deny the difficult part of your life. It simply asks, what else is true? I think that's one of the most powerful questions we can ask ourselves. Part 3, why writing it down matters. And this is where journaling comes in. You can think grateful thoughts, but I personally love writing them down. Because when I sit with my journal and ask myself, what are 3 things that I'm grateful for today? I have to stop, I have to think, I have to notice. Maybe I write, I'm grateful the sun is shining today. I'm grateful I get to go talk to my mom. I'm grateful I get to help a friend out today. Nothing extraordinary happened, but those things mattered. Research on gratitude interventions, including exercises involved in gratitude journaling and lists, suggests that these practices can produce modest improvements in well-being and positive emotions. A large 2025 meta-analysis covering more than 24,000 participants across 28 countries, found a small overall improvement in well-being from gratitude intervention. Another systematic review and meta-analysis of 64 randomized trials found gratitude interventions were associated with greater gratitude, more positive mood and emotions, and better mental health outcomes overall. So we're not talking about magic. We're talking about a small, intentional practice that can help support well-being. Part 4, something my journal taught me. And my journal has shown me something else. Recently, I went back and read entries I had written earlier this year and discovered something that genuinely surprised me. There were 5 things that I had hoped and prayed for that actually came to fruition, and I had forgotten about having written some of them down. Think about that. I had received something I had once wanted, and life had moved on so quickly that I had forgotten how much it once meant to me. But because I wrote it down, I had a record. And there was something else. I found something that I had asked for that didn't happen. And looking back now, I'm grateful that it didn't, because I can see now that it would not have been good for me. That experience reminded me that gratitude is not only about looking at what's happened today. Sometimes it's about looking backward and realizing, wow, look how far I've come. Part 5. Try this tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, before you get caught up in your phone, work, email, scrolling, or whatever captures your attention before you start your day, just take a few minutes. Grab a journal or even a few pieces of paper and ask yourself these questions. Number 1, what are 3 things I'm grateful for right now? Number 2, what is something good that happened recently that I do not want to overlook? And number 3, who or what made my life better today? That's it. Don't try and write something profound. Don't worry about grammar. No one is grading your gratitude journal. Just notice. Part 6, train your attention toward the whole picture. And here's the mindset I want you to carry with you. We're not trying to create a life where nothing negative ever happens. That's impossible. We're trying to become better at seeing the whole picture. Yes, something went wrong and something went right. Yes, I'm dealing with the challenge and somebody loves me. And yes, I'm worried about tomorrow. And right now, I'm sitting here with a cup of coffee and 5 quiet minutes to myself. Sometimes the blessings are big and sometimes they're incredibly ordinary. But ordinary does not mean insignificant. My gratitude journal. This practice became so meaningful to me that I eventually created my gratitude journal, 365 days of gratitude, reflection, and mindful living. I wanted something that would make this habit simple. It includes intentions for each month, and it has space to write 3 things that you're grateful for, track your mood, and reflect along the way. I'll leave information in the description about my journal if you'd like to take a look. But whether you use my journal, another journal, or a notebook that you already have at home, just start. 3 things, a few minutes, 1 day at a time. So tomorrow morning, when your mind starts noticing everything that needs fixing, everything that's wrong, and everything that you need to worry about, give it something else to notice too. Ask yourself, what's good in my life right now? Because gratitude is not about ignoring reality. It's about seeing more of it. If this video encouraged you, please give it a like and subscribe to Sivi Living with Vitality. And before you leave, I'd like you to answer one question in the comment. What is one good thing in your life right now that you don't want to take for granted? I'll see you in the next video.